welcome to Pro at Work. If you would like to improve your business English and have a professional style at work, so the channel is perfect for you. And in this very first episode, I would like to talk about email. Okay, why email? Before starting, I would like to chit-chat a little bit about the importance of email nowadays. Have you ever wondered about how powerful your email can be? Yes, like a well-composed email, professional email can get you your desired interview, can help you clean the sale, and even deepen the relationship between you and your client. Okay, and maybe you are thinking that I am exaggerating here, but no, it's true. Because imagine that nowadays we are exchanging a lot of emails every day instead of meeting each other in person. So whether or not you like it, people are tending to judge you via emails you send. Okay, so now you understand any email you send out is image of you, so it's time to make your image better, right? To focus. Okay, so in this episode I will give you the basic tips of a professional business email. And for those who are new to the email platform, I think it's really helpful. And for those who are so familiar with the email transaction, I think it's also a good time for you to review and maybe pick up some tips from me. Okay, so let's get started. Look at the board. You can see these are the main parts of an email, right? We have the recipient addresses, 2CC, BCC, and the subject line where you put the topic of the email here, and the content where you write what you want to say to the recipients. And now I will go through the top to the bottom here to get you the tips of writing. Okay, and now firstly we go to the areas of recipient's address, 2CC, BCC. For 2, you put the email address here when you are sending the email for their attention and for their action. Okay, and for CC it means carbon copy. CC it means carbon copy. Okay, you put the email addresses here when you are sending email for the reference only, for the information. And when you put the email address here, the people in 2 and BCC can explicitly see the email in this area. Okay, and BCC it means blind carbon copy. Blind carbon copy. Because we have a blind, the word blind here, so it means that cannot see, right? So if you put the email address in BCC area, you are sending the email for the reference and information always also. But the recipient in 2 and CC cannot see the email addresses in BCC. Okay, and it means that they have no idea that you are also send a copy to these recipients in BCC. And normally we use BCC to add when we are sending emails to many people at the same time. Yeah, so with this way we will not give away everyone's email to everyone else. Okay, so now we already know the functions of 2CC, BCC, and there are 2 tips for these areas. Tip number 1, save the best for the last. Okay, what does it mean? It means that you only fill in this area. I mean, only fill the email address in to CCBCC only when you already have the final version of your email, because you do not want to accidentally click on the button send when you are composing your email halfway through, right? So halfway, and so it will send out the not finished version of your email, and it's really unprofessional. And I also recommend this the tips for even when you are replying an email. The tip number 2 for still CCBCC is that double check, triple check the email address before sending out. Okay, you have to make sure that the email address you put in this area is correct, because if you put the wrong email address here, sometimes it's really dangerous, because sometimes we reveal the business information, and that is so dangerous. And in case not so important, it's kind of not professional, right? So take care. Okay, so now we know about 2CCBCC, and I move to the subject line. The subject line of your email have to be short and to the point. And keep in mind that the subject line is a mini summary of the content of the email content, and it's also have to be convenient for readers when they want to search again to find your email. Okay, and now we will move to the main course, the content of your email. Talking about the content of email, stick in your mind that content of email need 4 parts. The first, email opening, and then main content is what you want to say, and next, when you finish what you want to say, you have to have an email closing, and in the end, don't forget the signature. And please do not skip any part of this, because it will make your email professional. Okay, first of all, I will go to the email opening. Email opening, it means the salutation. There are many ways and many styles of making a salutation. And first of all, for style, like the informal and very friendly salutation, when you sending email to your friends, your colleagues, or your very close clients, you can say hi, hello. Okay, that is very friendly and informal. And in case you want to be a little bit more formal but still friendly, so you can use like good morning, good afternoon, Janice, good morning, Janice, like that. However, I recommend that you only use good morning, good afternoon when you send email to someone you already met before, and do not use good morning, good afternoon for to write to a person who you never never contacted before. Okay, and then if you want the formal, really formal salutation, so you can use dear. This very formal case. And in case you are writing an email to an organization and you don't know that who will handle and read your email, so you can write to whom it may concern. After have a good salutation for your email, you jump into write the content of your email. And I have 5 tips for this part. The tip number 1, you have to know exactly you want to write to the recipients. And as my experience, I always like jot all of my all information I want to convey, to send to recipients on the paper, and then when I write, I will keep focusing on those ideas and make sure no ideas is left behind. And maybe you think that is a waste of time, but believe me, it's very useful. Investing a little extra time before you writing, it will help you a lot. If you help you to avoid a bunch of additional unnecessary email follow up later. When the recipient receive your email, they read and they see and they found something missing, and they want to clarify something and need more information, so you come back to you to ask. So it's not it is kind of waste of time. It's waste of time, and it's not convenient. Right? So investing a little extra time to jot down all of your information on the paper before you write it. And the second tip is make your email short and to the point. I cannot stress enough for the importance of making your email short and to the point, because people, they are not willing to read long email simply because they don't have time. So please make sure that your email make its points within 2 or 3 paragraphs only, and try to make your content concise and avoid elaborating too much information. Okay, and the third tip is keep tough on your tone. Okay, I want to say that the tone of the email is very easy to misconstrue, because we write, so all the recipient can see is the letters, so no facial factions, no vocal cues, so it's very easy to misconstrue. So we always have to think about this when we write email. And for the best result, I recommend you to avoid the negative words like failure, wrong, or disappointed, like that. And please try to use more please and thank you. Also, please avoid using cap locks, because it's kind of like you are yelling at the reader the face, and it's not good. So instead of using cap lock, you can use italic or underlining or bold to make focus, to make the main point. And the fourth tips is proofread before sending out. And how can you proofread? You can read out loud the email, or you can send to yourself, send to your email address first, and then you will read it before you sending out. And I think it's interesting that it's very easy for you to find the mistake of your email when you are kind of play the role of a reader. Yeah, so for the important email, I always send to my email first, and then I will read it, and I easily find a mistake I made. And okay, so what is the advantage of proofread? First of all, you will be able to check your tone. If it's so aggressive or a little bit impolite, you can add more please and thank you, and you can slow and kind of add it a little bit to it, make more professional and friendly. And secondly, it's also proofread help you to avoid the grammar mistake. This is very important. It's help you to appear professionally. And the tip number 5 is about the attachment. And sometimes when sending email, you need to attach some file to the recipient. And have you ever forgot to attach when when you already sent out the email and you find, oops, I forgot. Okay, so as my experience, I always attach the file into the email before I writing anything, and I will attach first and then I write. I do not want to forget attach file. So when you send email and the recipient reply that, oops, missing the attached file, so I don't like that. But I'm sure that if you follow the tip number 1 of mine, like you remember, yep, jot all the ideas you want to say on the paper, and also you surely will jot it down what file you want to say. So follow the paper you already the paper, the skeleton you already write before you composing the email, so you will never forget the attached file. After you have finished the main content, you need email closing. Writing an email without email closing, somebody consider it as a little bit of rude and unprofessional. So I never forget to leave an email closing out in every email I send out. First of all, for the formal email closing, you can say, you can write best regards, warm regards, sincerely, like that. That is formal. And for informal email closing, if you would like to be a little bit more friendly, you can say like, take care, best wishes, all the best. Okay, so that's email closing. It's easy. And in the end, you need a signature in your email. Don't forget leave the signature in your email, and make sure your signature is complete with your name, your company, the company address, the contact number, website link if any. Okay, so I mean the business contact is complete, is enough in your signature. Some people, they sign with only their name, like a celebrity. And instead of leaving all the business contact in their signature, so this is, I think that way is unprofessional and sometimes make your recipient frustrated, because sometimes after reading your email, they would like to make a phone call directly to you to clarify some point, and oops, no number to dial, so they have to search in the inbox for the history emails from you to get the phone number. So I think avoid that case. So but in case you are sending email in a very long transaction of emails, and in the very first original email already have the full package, the full contact in the signature, so you can sign with your name. It's okay. Okay, so we already go through the basic tips of email, of a professional business email. And because this is the very first time I shoot a video and I talk in front of a camera, so I know some parts of my video is a little bit weird and it's not good. So so please forgive me for many mistakes I have made in this video. And I will try day by day to improve. And however, I still do hope that you can find my content, some of you out there can find my content useful for you. Thank you for watching and see you next time.